created such that when Jobaba needs to have any opportunity or anything done in Benue State, that database can be periodically updated so that the beneficiaries of that, this training and even further future beneficiaries would be kept in the loop in terms of, business opportunities and the likes. What's the plan? And going forward, apart from that, what are the plans to ensure that, because human resource development, or let me say, human resource is not really something that people take serious here. So what's the plan to ensure that human resources becomes something that is worth looking into in Benue State?
Okay. Yeah, that's a very good question. Jobberman itself has its mission and vision on what they hope to achieve, and you know that they are the biggest search engine for job and employment opportunities. And I believe this project for them is one of the ways to gather data for women down to the grassroots for job opportunities. Every woman that is going to be certified by Jobberman is going to enter the Jobberman database first and foremost. And what's interesting is Jobberman has an alumni community for those that have undergone their business literacy, and that's a very huge platform to be anything. If imagine that you are in a remote area and you happen to find yourself in Jobberman community, if opportunities come for Jobberman, the first people that will throw the opportunity are the women in their database. And also that goes for the bureau too. We're working hand in hand with the bureau, and Master is also collating this data of women that that are going to undergo the training. If empowerment benefits come, if grants come, if opportunities for loan come, the bureau will be more disposed to give women who have been trained to handle funds properly. In the past, what has happened is that many people collect funds or grants and waste it on nothing. So this step is a step to preparedness, to even be able to handle funds when they come in. So I believe that both Jobberman and the bureau will be more disposed to give certified women in business literacy access to funds whenever they are available. And that is why it's important for all women in Benue State within this age range to find themselves in that database by attending these trainings anywhere they are.
Okay,
so you want to add to it?
Yes, just to add to what Architect has said. Now, don't forget or don't take from the fact that Jobberman and Benue State government have a partnership, right? Yeah. This is just one project of the partnership.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We have career centers coming up where people can walk in, sit down with experts, speak to them, and you find that a lot of people are roaming the streets not knowing what they want to do.
Yes.
So if we have, by the time we set up the job centers, people can walk in there, sit down, have career advice. From there we can have career fairs. From there we can have different conversations so that you guide and you direct people in the path. I did human resource management. So when I see people, it's very easy to finish your education, your degrees and not know what to do.
That's
You
right.
know, some people start a business and they're not even sure the direction that business will go.
Yeah.
So things like this are just enablers or enhancers as to how to guide people. So it's not just for, and at this point, it's not just for women. Anyone on the street can walk in, register your interest, be you skilled, highly skilled, semi-skilled, whatever it is. Come in there, register your interest, speak to experts, and then they can guide and direct you. There's a job for everyone. And the beauty with Jobberman is that they don't have to place you in Benue. If they speak to you and then you're constant, you've engaged in self-development, which is very, very key. You find that you might get a job in Ghana.
Yes.
You might get a job in Senegal. You might get a job and they're paying you in dollars. Why not?
Yes.
What makes you think that you want to be limited to being in Benue?
Okay, the reason I threw, Jafet, the reason I threw this question is because over time, like in 2000, Jobberman did do some trainings on soft skill with Work in Nigeria, which is a very big human resource firm in Lagos. And I discovered, because I also participated, I discovered there were a lot of people, and that was my first time coming in contact with that, that kind of large gathering, and I discovered that a lot of people down here, they didn't have any idea about soft skill training. That was why I posed that question, hoping that going forward there will be, like a collaboration done specifically in that regard, because soft skills is an in thing right now.
There will be.
That's right.
And here they are today.
Okay.
So let's also know this is a tripartite project, just like was posited by Princess Shulua. Let's look at what is Mindset Series going to be contributing to this?
Okay, Mindset Series are the implementing partners. So we're the ones going to implement all around the state. Yeah, so we are like more or less like the field workers, making sure that we have everything in place for Jobaman to enable them to train. Yes.
It's all right. So will the program take place concurrently across the communities, or it is a community after the other one?
Like I said, once a batch of 300 women is gathered,
Yes.
they are eligible for training.
Yes.
So if we have 300 at the same time in the 20 local governments on the same day, they can be trained.
You mean you have the manpower capacity to handle
Yes,
that?
Jobaman has, Mindset Series has.
Okay.
So
Are the facilitators coming from
Yes,
the
Jobaman has trained facilitators already on standby all over.
Oh,
So
okay.
once we are ready with the people, the dates are scheduled
And they're deployed.
and people are deployed accordingly.
Okay,
Yeah.
now-
Okay. How about the security?
Yes, everything is in place.
Okay.
Yeah, there at each event there are volunteers that have been put in place to ensure that the training centers are secure.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Apart from that, I hope that apart from ensuring that security is in place, I hope there won't be any room to hear that any a participant was shortchanged or anything.
No, you can't be shortchanged when Jobaman is looking for more people. So you can't. As far as you register in your community, you'll be trained.
Okay, now
Even if not at a particular day, the next batch.
next
If you miss a
batch.
batch, the next
There's
batch.
room for
there's
everyone.
room
Yes,
for everyone,
there's
but
room.
there's also room for more.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
much more.
Okay.
So just to chip in there, the target is 500,000 women.
Women. Yes.
But mindset, like she likes to push the bar, so she's going for way above that. So as many women as can come, the target is 500 women. If you can train a million, why not? If you can train 2 million, why not? If you can train 10 million, if we have 10 million women in Benue, why not?
It's all right. So how many jobs are we targeting? Because the whole essence of this is to make jobs available to these women that we're talking about. It could be that they are self-employed, or they find jobs elsewhere, just like you have said. But on the average, how many jobs are we targeting at the end of the training?
Well,
whether be it self or sponsored jobs.
Well, this particular training, the Shizmon project, is centered on business, enhancing business.
Yes.
So it's for the business community, which means it's self-employment, doing your own business better. That is the target. So it's the target is as much as many businesses that people initiate. Whatever business you initiate, the target is whatever business you initiate, how do you do that business better? How do you earn more from that business?
So are you not willing to partner with more organizations? Because I know there are organizations that have been coming to
Absolutely.
your office to, give proposals.
How do you know that? Are you in my office?
I'm a journalist. I'm
you
a
can't,
journalist.
you can't be too certain. You've heard from only one side. You haven't heard from me
It's
to
all
know
right.
whether
That's why you're
so
here.
you
Let's
can't
hear
be.
from you.
Yes, there are people. I mean, obviously, I'm open to partnering with so many more people.
Yeah.
And I am in communication with a lot more people.
Okay.
And as those relationships begin to blossom, you will keep seeing us here.
Yes.
So I'll leave it at that.
It's all right. We are looking forward to days where you will tell us that World Bank is assisting one of the projects you're handling and all of that.
Okay, but
I don't
you
want
know
to
that-
jump the gun, but I know you must have been.
No, but you also know that there's the Bureau for International Development Cooperation that handles
Yes.
World Bank and the UN project, so that doesn't fall directly under me.
It's okay.
Okay. Now, Princess Shiloh, there was a video that was playing. I don't know if you saw it, but the video was playing before we now actually commenced the show, and I noticed someone, Mr. Didayo Mustafa, right? If I got
Yes,
the
you
name
did.
correctly, as
That's
CEO
correct.
sector lead. I remember when you came here 3 months ago, you talked about wealth generation through recycling of waste. Now, I'd like you to throw more light on that, because that seems to be a significant achievement on your part.
Oh wow. Okay, thank you very much. I came here today knowing that I was promoting the She's More project.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
can
think I was
also
talking
throw-
about
Yeah,
myself.
you can also throw
But
more light on this as well.
just to throw light on that, it's a project that is worth $194 million, and it's fully funded by the private sector. The state government isn't bringing any contribution financially. We are equity contributors as a state. Like Mr. Dio was saying, it has the 7 derivatives from the project, and the main focus of the project is to be able to generate electricity, 35 megawatt for starters, and then scale it up.
Okay.
We're also looking at bringing fertilizers, because we're an agrarian state.
Yes.
We're also looking at biogas, which is your cooking gas. So just different streams of income and different streams of businesses that will emanate from that project. The beauty of it is that there's also a component of transfer of knowledge. For me, it's not enough to come and set up a business and then increase our IGR and then walk away. We need to learn, people need to learn how to do these businesses on a smaller scale. So it's recycling. There's so much waste around. People can recycle and even sell the separated waste to the private investors, you know. So if you have waste, so it helps people, even helps the environment. People start keeping their what do you call them?
Collecting waste.
Collecting waste, even the plastics.
Yes.
You know, you see people start gathering them, the bottles and everything in their homes, and they're able to sell them. You know, and the beauty about this is they're also revegetating the land fields. You know, so they go there, they treat the land fields, because where there's waste, there's a lot of bad minerals or bad components as well. So they are going to pack the waste away, utilize the waste for economic gain, but also treat the land and hand the land back to the Benue State government for agricultural purposes and for infrastructure, depending on what the government's priority is.
Talking about clean business here and clean energy. So this also means we're going to generate jobs. Which is why I asked.
420
I wanted your clarification.
direct jobs, 300 indirect jobs.
That's right.
Now, let's look at this quickly before we have issues with members of the public when it comes to the let's treat the issue of age variation. I see this as a problem pending.
Can I answer?
How quickly are you going to fix that? Because go ahead, please.
I hear you, because my mother said to me that, but I want to go for the training. I looked at her and I'm like, oh. But it goes back to the conversation we're having, that there'll be multiple trainings. Now, like Architect Nguvan has said, we've noticed that there's that, concern from feedback. So we're going to factor it in. We've done 18 to 35. Can we do, an older age grade? Can we do even pensioners, right?
Yes.
Can we go to pensioners? Because they're there, they're not, they want to work, they have businesses that they're running. So we would factor all of that in on the feedback side and say, you know what, as quickly as we can, pending the success of this, let's move to the next phase and let's move to the next category of people. So everything will be categorized. You can't lump, everything together. So you have to break them down into different series.
That's all right. I think we're due for a break at this point. Steve Daybreak Benue on Benue Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back to continue with She's More project here in the house.
Analysts say protecting the environment calls for creativity, while promoting economic development must take into account issues around climate changes. According to the government of Benue State, its partnership with Sector Lead Limited is a deliberate response to this need. Governor Hassan Thalia, who is represented by his deputy, Dr. Sam Ode, says government has considered variables in the partnership, including the legal aspect that will impact on the environment and well-being of the state. Dr. Ode explains that government will follow the agreed guidelines in executing the project.
The ceremony we are going to perform here this afternoon is linked to the watershed of the marriage between the state government of Nigeria and sector leads. We are able to execute agreements which guides the relationship between the two and also the operational guidelines of the project that we have in focus.
Chief Executive Officer of Sector Lead Limited and the team lead, Adedayo Mustafa, describes the partnership as a pathway to economic development. He says the main objective is to turn waste into wealth, announcing that the partnership will give employment to 720 Benue indigenes in the first month of his company's operation in the state. Mustafa adds that his company will be collating waste from the landfills and dump sites for conversion to energy through an automatic waste separation process.
When we say wealth, we have about 7 products we are doing from the waste we are getting from the state. Start from the energy, biogas, biofertilizer, RDF, we have fly ash. All these will bring money into the state pockets. And the state will begin to generate from now till another 15 years annually that will definitely shoot up the IGR of the state.
Director General, Benue State Bureau for Entrepreneurship and Wealth Creation, Benita Shurua, and Commissioner for Water Resources, Environment and Climate Change, Mr. Uguodo, separately revealed that a tune of $194 million will be spent on the project to be majorly funded by the partners with support from the state government. The Benue State government hopes the benefits of the partnership will include cleaner environment, job creation, improved internally generated revenue, climate change mitigation, improved organic fertilizer, biogas, carbon credit, and 35 MW power of additional electric power. Ima.
Welcome back to the program. This is Daybreak Benue, our flagship program, and we are talking about She's More Project. The Director General Bureau of Enterprises and Wealth Creation in Benue State, talking about Princess Shulua, is here in the house alongside Architect Guvan Kenge, who are talking about what this project portends for the Benue people. Before we went on that break, I saw that Maureen was very eager to ask a question, so let's begin from there.
Thank you, Jafet. I'm throwing this question to Architect Kenge. Now, given the size of this project, I'd like to find out your plans for sustainability in terms of mindset, and the job man, so that, apart from having this first, because you did mention that we're expecting a series of, trainings. So, in terms of sustainability, what are you planning to ensure that this partnership does not fail? Because this is something very good, and I'd like to see that, it grows into something bigger and further.
Okay. Firstly, Mindset Series has been involved in trainings over 5 years. We've been engaging the Benue community on clarity, sense of purpose, productivity, and mindset. Sensitizing them that they can be more than they are. And if we have improved people, we will have an improved state. The growth of a state of any community is proportional to the mindset of the people that live in there. And Mindset Series believe that if we have this improved mindset, Benue will be better. We want Benue to be better. And as a private company, we were basically doing this project in Makurdi, because that was how wide our coverage could go, because of course limited resources. So having to partner with the Benue State government and with Jobaman, it's a huge opportunity for us to take this message statewide. And I train people to be better. I train people to kill ants with sledgehammers. So Mindset Series will not do less. We intend to kill this with all we've got. We intend to put in every energy that we have, everything. We're not leaving any stone unturned. And I believe that the best way to get the next job is to do the current one exceedingly well, and that is what we are about. So we believe that by the grace of God, this will be a pace setter to more similar partnerships that will help us to spread the Mindset Series more.
Okay.
So alongside the Jobaman trainings, we have our Mindset Series alumni who are already being positioned for such things, that will be acting as training center supervisors, and they are going to be injecting the mindset mastery and taking the mindset knowledge and productivity and clarity messages. Because no matter how you train people in business, if they are not clear, they don't have clarity of what they want to do, if they don't have purpose, if they don't think they are enough, because sometimes there are opportunities but people feel that they are not enough. So you need to psych them and make them like, hey, you can do this. When they say they want to jump, you ask them how high. That is the message we want to give them, that you can be anything. You can have the next Dangote from Benue. It's all in our mindset.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Prior to now, we had feelers that the Office of the Special Advisor, Youth and Sports, is also going to have something to do with this. And throughout our discussion here, you haven't mentioned that. What
True.
role does it have to play when it comes to this project?
18 to 35 youth. Unfortunately, she can't be with us, but I'm sure she'll be with us subsequently to speak for herself. But I think that this is a youth empowered program, right? So it falls directly under her purview as well, and she's been very helpful in securing the partnership with Jobberman as well. So the partnership that we have is Benue State Government and Jobberman, and then Mindset and this Benue State Government and Jobberman. So we have two different partnerships here. So pending this project, at the end of this project, there's still a partnership with Jobberman that Benue State will keep exploring. So and on that end, we have so many more projects that would be run. I'm sure with her good help, we'll be going back to her to come and join us to run the other projects as well.
Okay, now going back to her again, you did mention Mindset series. So for the benefit of viewers, what out there, what's this Mindset series all about? And is there room for, let me say, like the volunteering? Because I can see from your community change agents.
Yes.
I'd like to get to know more about that.
Yes, we've opened our doors to volunteers. On this project, you can volunteer as a mobilizer.
Okay.
Yeah, to mobilize women around you, in the churches, in your community, your neighborhood, in your village, just anywhere you know that you can gather women, you can volunteer. And of course, we would provide the resources to enable your mobilization. And then, of course, Mindset Series is a leadership, business, and personal development organization where we have periodic trainings to train people on mindset. I'm a John Maxwell certified coach. Yeah, so I teach people leadership, and John Maxwell is the number one leadership expert in the whole world. So I'm his mentee. I'm his certified trainer. So I train people.
Is not called cheap.
No. Well, I made them cheap for Benue community because I wasn't looking at the money aspect. I was looking at the results. I love Benue. I want Benue to
Are
be
you even
better.
supposed to even collect anything at all? Because you're
Yes,
raised
because
from here.
trainings are expensive.
Okay, they're expensive.
Yeah, because you need to get a hall, you need to get material resources. You don't pick those things on the street. You have to pay for
I
them.
understand.
Yeah.
Now let's recap the proposed impact this package project is going to create for our viewer who are just joining us. Could you just freshen our memories on what you said would really be the proposed impact of this project?
Okay, so the proposed impact of this project is pretty much business literacy.
Yes.
Training women between the ages of 18 to 35 in business literacy. You may ask, what is business literacy? Training you how to write business plans, training you how to engage in proper customer services, training you how to, keep your books, accounting, and just everything that would allow your business move from being a standstill business, like I would put it, to a successful business.
Yeah.
So sustaining your business, your small scale business. It is business for people it is training for people in business.
Okay.
And being able to, upscale your business and make it sustainable and successful.
That's all right.
Now, I'd like to get more from you, Princess Shua, in terms of business. Although this is for women, but are we looking at, because I notice now children are being taught, coding skills, because you did mention AI. So I'm not trying to say let's force the children, but I discovered that we have some children who might be termed geniuses.
Yes.
So along the line, are we looking at trying to get, children on board as well? Those who have that interest and passion as well.
Absolutely. So I've been speaking to Mr. Tena Becker, Benue Education Quality Assurance, DG for that.
Yes.
And I've spoken to him as to the opportunities that we would have to go into schools, and then see how we can, gather people with this, the natural talent towards entrepreneurship or IT skills, and bring them, and then, how we can work with the schools. So yes, that is in the line. How we can work with interstate organizations and see how we can train children, because obviously you need to catch them young.
Yeah, I asked this question because His Excellency from the template he has given for education, he wants to place more emphasis on science and technology. And if you look at the Asian countries, they tend to throw more emphasis on that and catch the children young in that respect.
You're spot on. You're spot on.
Okay, so that was why I threw that.
So we're working towards that.
Yes, I'm still kind of worried. This is a training that is going to take several hours, because when you're gathering a multitude of people up to the, a population of 300 and above, one will begin to ask, how are you going to feed them? Because you can't train them when they're hungry.
Yeah.
Is there any logistics or modalities put in place?
Yes, the good news is that Joberman is not just bringing book. They're also bringing food.
Okay.
So there will be tea break and there will be lunch for the participants. Just a one-day training for each set, so for each batch. So don't be worried about food. You're going to have a good meal in the morning. You're going to have a good meal in the afternoon.
What are going to be the training conditions? Will this be in halls or in open places?
Halls, no.
Because these are rainy days.
Halls. Well ventilated halls.
Okay.
I mean, the local communities which you have talked about, how are we going to get
We have
this
church halls.
Okay.
We have church halls. We have school halls. Yeah, so we're relying on that. Then we have town halls. Township halls. So we're relying
are we
on
going
that.
to be having like PowerPoint presentations and
Yes, they are PowerPoints. They are all PowerPoint presentations.
Okay.
Yes.
So how is your collaboration with the clergy and the traditional rulers? Because this is happening at their domain. And so how have you been able to, intimate them? How have they also welcomed the development?
Well, the job of mobilization has just kicked off, and we intend to meet with heads of overall heads of religious bodies to give directives for their women to come out and be empowered. On the lighter notes, churches need tithes, and the better business people that they have, the more tithes are offering. So if they encourage their women to be super business women, of course, the ripple effect is there.
Oh, that's an interesting perspective.
Oh my God.
Very, very interesting. Well, let's also come back to, everything that we're talking about here. The Bureau is the anchor person of everything that we're talking about here. There are a lot of expectations from your Bureau. And sometimes when you're here, we're tempted to ask you, what's the rollout plan? After this, what's going to be the next? And after next, what is going to be the next project? This is about the office that we are expecting packages almost every month. New things coming out. So now, after this training, in what interval are we going to expect the next program to roll out?
Thank you very much. I've just told you that we're rolling out our IT and our fashion training this month.
Yes.
We've actually rolled out sector lead this month. We've actually rolled out Joberman this month.
Yes.
All in the space of
1 month.
Just 1 month. That's
Do
it.
I need to answer?
No,
Do I need to say any more?
That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. So let's go on another break. We'll be right back to continue with the program. It's the Daybreak Benue on your #1 television. Stay with us. Welcome back to the program. Daybreak Benue continues, and we'll be looking at the awareness creation of She's More project. Let's direct this question to the DG Bureau. What level of awareness have you created so far? How sure are you that people in the hinterlands are aware of this project? Because it involves the communities at the lowest ebb.
Okay, thank you very much. We've gone all out. We've sent out flyers. We've gone on social media. Our partners here, Mindset Series, has gone all the way in. They've actually done some test runs in Boko and in other local governments to ensure that people come out. So there's been sensitization, but you cannot have enough of it because the target is really large. So we aren't stopping. We're keeping at it. This is one of our means of getting out to the public as well. We're on the air yesterday. We still have radio stations that would air the project today, and we'll keep at it. I think it's a continuous thing. Like I think someone brought it up in the last before the tea break.
Yeah.
Speaking to the traditional rulers is something that we would do so that we can sensitize them and get them involved. So all of that is part of the package and part of the plan of mobilizing women and sensitizing the public on the need to embark on this training.
That's all right.
Okay, Professor Shiloh, you didn't mention that fashion training or so is going to commence soon. How can you give us like a time schedule and what that entails?
As early as next week, hopefully.
Okay. What will that be? When will that be taking
Training
place?
people from the A to the Z of fashion, how to get your materials, cut your materials, and just be, design as well. And just be able to go through the whole, because at the end of the day, everybody needs to have something to do.
That's right.
You need to have I keep saying it, I can't emphasize it enough, you have to have an extra stream of income. You cannot rely, if you're a worker, you can't rely on your salary for your many responsibilities. So we're just trying to get out there. We already had fashion hubs in the agency, in the bureau. So we've just revamped them, set the machines right, put the place right, and then all that is needed is to start the training. And we've engaged the partnership of a private trainer already.
Okay.
So the trainings will come up very soon, and I'm sure, like I said, we'll be on air to intimate the public how far we've gone with that.
That's all right. There are also illiterate members of the community. And
Yeah.
Jobaman may not come down to the level of training people in mother tongue and all of that. How do we intend to capture the illiterate groups?
Like
society.
like Architect Guvan had said,
Yeah.
Jobaman has trained people to do the training
Okay.
as well, and I'm sure those people are indigents of Benue.
Yes.
So when you go to Boko, where you find that you cannot speak, people don't have the literacy to take English, you speak Tiv to them.
All right.
You bring it down. That's why I said we're bringing down the training to the grassroots so that people understand, so that the training becomes practical, and it's not just
So are there plans to reward members? Because in the course of the training, you will discover that some other persons will be outstanding
Yes.
in their performance and interactions and all of that. Are there plans to reward such persons?
Yes, we have plans to reward such persons, but I'm not going to put it out there so that people don't start working towards the plans.
yes.
But it could serve as a form of motivation.
No. The motivation will be to grow your business.
Yes.
And if in the course of growing your business we identify that, hey, that person did exceptionally well,
Yes.
we can decide to do. But I'm not going to put it out there that the focus is to reward people for learning how to do their businesses.
That's all
Right.
right.
So that means you're looking at also giving these participants certificates, of course.
They
at the
will
completion.
all be certified.
Okay.
That certificate is very, very important because it's an evidence of preparedness for the next step.
And
Certificates
it's
for free as well.
international.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, of international recognition.
Yes,
of course,
absolutely.
Jobaman is internationally
Yes,
exactly.
recognized.
On the spot,
Yes.
once they are trained, at the end of training, they are given the certificates.
But some other persons would say that a day training is too abrupt, it's too sudden, it's too quick, and some persons may not have the capacity to comprehend within less than 24 hours of training.
Absolutely.
Could there be any adjustment done moving forward?
Let me take that. That's why they have the mentorship, the Jobaman alumni. After the training, they are put into alumni.
That's the
And
post.
Jobaman has monthly meetings with these alumni members.
Welcome back to the program. Daybreak Benue continues, and we're talking about She's More project anchored by the Bureau here in Benue State of Public Enterprise, and we are looking at how we will be able to, send messages to the people even at the hinterland, so that they get to know exactly what this project is. A tripartite one, as said by the Director General of the Bureau. Now, let's also take a look at. There are people that are displaced in the society in Benue, and anytime we hear of trainings like this, the fear is that some persons might not be carried along. We have IDPs as well. Is there any plan to take the program to the IDPs?
Okay, on this particular project, no, I do not have a plan to capture the IDPs. Well, we also have a plan for other technical trainings for the IDPs and the vulnerable people, and I insisted that they take it to the IDPs and they make the vulnerable people part of the training. I've worked on that with the UNHCR and the Bureau as well, and the Fashion Hub coming in, that in that center we must have people from the IDPs and the vulnerable communities be part of that project, and gain, and so that they can gain not just knowledge but gain employment, skills, and be gainfully employed. So yes, we have the plans, because it touches me very dearly, because they are human beings and their circumstances is not from actions that they've created.
Yes.
So for me, it's a way of thinking, how do we bring them back into the society and integrate them back so that they can become self-sufficient? So yes, there's a plan for them.
Okay. Before we went on the break, architect Kendi was talking about the mentorship program, and how, because my colleague did raise the concern that not everybody might be mentally equipped to take in all of that, all of the training that will be taken in just 24 hours, and who have different levels of assimilation. So what would be done? What is going to be done to ensure that this training is of maximum benefit?
Okay, remember when you asked me about criteria, I said phone number or email. So Jobaman has a follow-up to this training, and they've done that in the alumni group for the certified women. So they will be coming back to them monthly to find out how they are doing and ways they could support them.
And just to add to what Architect Govan has said, look, this training is about the individual. If you feel like you've gone there and you haven't achieved anything, go back. It's not limited. If you feel like one day I didn't learn anything, please come back tomorrow. Come back till you're able to assimilate. Come back till you're able to learn. Come back till you get something from the training. It doesn't hurt. I tell people all the time, when you go for even meetings, you go to a classroom. If you don't understand, ask questions. Come on, I didn't get this thing. It doesn't mean that you're an olodo. It just means that at that time you just didn't understand it. And at the end of the day, it is about your business. So it shows you who is interested and who is willing to take that knowledge and apply that knowledge. Because if you go there and you say at the end of the day, okay, I've got the certificate, if it doesn't help you, it doesn't help you. It's not about me. It's not about what is in my head. It's about you. So sit down there till you get something.
Yes. And that just brings us back to the question of why do they make this program a short span program, the training? That question keeps coming to mind. Why do we have to bring such a robust kind of training to just a day training? Now, afterwards, in real-time academic planning, there is time for summer, where people who are not able to cope can still come back and catch up. Now, after the training, if people are not able to catch up properly, is there any grace period provided for them? And if it is, where?
Okay, like I said before, the training has been designed for a day training, and if you look at the slides that Jobberman have provided for this, they are direct and straight, simple things. They are hands-on things. It's not something like you have to have a volume of book to read. People don't even read. So they've broken it down that simple, like bringing out the meat out of it for them to, they've downsized to a very, very digestible portion for one day that you can run with.
And to add to what she has said, it's a 1 day scheduled program. Doesn't necessarily mean that, if you come today and you don't understand, then that's the end of it. Like I said, keep coming back. Come back till you get it. Jobberman isn't running. It's not that Jobberman is packing their things and leaving Benue after the 1 day training. No, it's a recurrent training. So it's right here, but Jobberman is here to stay.
So in essence, sustainability is assured.
Yes.
100%.
That's very well then. So now, when we talk about this kind of projects, commercial banks are always willing to sponsor. I don't know how you've been able to reach out to any of these, organizations, because in everything we do in this hard biting economic time, we need finances to be able to drive them. Are there proper measures put in place to ensure that finances are drawn from somewhere else to be able to contribute to making the program much more robust than it is?
I think that question is for Jobberman, because they're the ones involved with the finance. So, and I believe that they have banks that are working with them. I won't speak for them.
Okay, but we can confirm that there's a measure of let me say concreteness in terms of sponsorship.
Yeah, sure.
To sustain the program.
Yes, and not just banks. Jobberman is also doing this training in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation. Yeah, and it's something that they are sold out to doing. Yeah.
It's okay. What are we expecting from Mindset Series at the end of it? As what can you give to the people as motivation? Because aside Jobberman now,
we are injecting the mindset mastery. Yes, which is what we do as an organization.
Yes.
Yeah, giving them clarity of purpose, giving them sensitization on how they can be more, and helping them to boost. Yeah,
So
that's the capacity training you're talking
Yes.
about.
So
What
how
I'm
can
saying is there any way outside of this capacity training that you intend to bring in to motivate the people? Like I said, Jobberman could say, at the end of the day, we reward exceptional people with this and that. Does Mindset Series, do you have such plans?
Well, in terms of like empowerment, financial empowerment,
Yes.
you mean? No. Mindset Series do not empower people financially. We're just a capacity building. So any help we can give anybody is based on capacity building,
Okay, so
not financial.
For the benefit of viewers and as well as myself, how can one access this?
Okay, there are numbers to call if you want to register. You have you can call Winnie on 080 655 9823. You can also call Michael on 070 655 60380. And also, okay, let me take it again. Winnie on 080 655 59823. Michael on 070 655 60380. And you can also walk into the Bensedi office, the Bureau of Wealth Creation and Empowerment and Entrepreneurship, and then register. All you need is your name and your email.
Is there any provision for online registration?
Yes, in fact, the media is agog with our forms. You can check on the Mindset Series Facebook page. There will be a continuous form where you can fill your data. But once you fill that database, we would call you. We would send you a text.
No age restriction.
These
right?
numbers you have called are from Jobberman or from which of the? This is a
They are from the
tripartite, so
partnership. Yes.
from the partnership.
Yes.
Can we have linkage from to your office, digitally?
You just walk into the
Do
office.
we have an email address that?
No.
Do
You
we
walk
also-
in for the Ben City office. It's a public office. You walk right in there. There's a desk designated for this.
Okay.
So as long as you walk in there, you'll be sent to the appropriate desk, and then you can register. And that's exactly how it will work with the Ben City. And then, like she said, you can call the numbers So the numbers still apply. It's a tripartite partnership number. So the numbers apply to all partners. And
it's all right.
And then for the event tomorrow, we have a training center at Lush Event Center. We have at Bensedi, and we also have at Empire Suites. So women in that community can just walk in to the center closest to them and then get trained tomorrow. Yes.
As a matter of fact, I would want us to answer this question with all sincerity.
Yes.
There are programs we have heard of that are going to capture the 23 local governments.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we have this program domiciled only in the capital city.
very true.
Let's be very explicit now.
Okay.
For all the local government, can you name the centers so that the people know this is where they are likely to meet?
Like I said, we don't give centers and dates before the gathering. We have mobilizers all over. Joberman is an organization. They have standards. Before they come to train, 300 women must be gathered.
And you must meet the standard.
You understand? So we have mobilizers all over. They are working. Right now they are there recruiting people. With this, we did a test run this week. We had 2 events in Boko. We had 2 in Makurdi. Next week we're already scheduling for Gbo and
how about
Oju. As they come up, this morning I was discussing with a mobilizer who has come up to. She said she can gather people to go. Fine. That's why I said that everybody, you are a stakeholder. Everybody is a stakeholder. Benue TV is a stakeholder. As long as you can be engaged in the process of gathering women, we will come to your local government. Yeah. And for now, just 1 week of working, we are almost having mobilizers in every local government. Yeah. So as far as the place is secure for us to go there, we would go there and have the training.
Okay. I'd like to pose this question to Princess Chiloa. Benue Television has its Benue Fashion Show, which is having its 3rd edition this year. So going forward, won't you like to do any collaboration with us, because this also
Please, I'm open to it. I'm open to it. Tell me more about it. I know that your MD had spoken to me about it, so I'm sure we'll talk some more. But yes, I am open to it.
That's right. So now we were also thinking that you outrightly respond to the fact that you need a running program, as the program is the She Small project is running. You need daily awareness, up to date. Updates coming from it. Benue Television is always available. We're not advertising, but I think this is a place for you to take advantage. So for that, maybe it's your private discussion.
Absolutely, it's a private discussion.
But beyond this, Princess Chiloa, let us talk about the aspect of youth and sports area. A greater percentage of the people that are going to be captured in this project are the youth class. Now, the youths are going to be moving from faraway places to come to centers where training is ongoing and all of that. The truth of the matter is that the economy is very harsh.
True.
Is there any support mechanism? Let's look at it, so that these people, when they hear that we could get support to be able to attend this, they'll be motivated.
Thank you very much. First things first, the economy is harsh for everybody.
Yes.
Right?
But it's harsher with other persons.
Well, that's how the world is.
Yes.
But for Architect Guvan had said, every community is meant to gather people. So if you're able to gather people in near centers, go to the one that is closest to you. So they've tried not to put it so far away that you have to, journey.
Okay.
So go to the center that is closest to you. Now, do not take away from the fact that this training is for business people. For business people, because those are the only people that can apply the training to what they are doing. If you don't have a business, what are you applying the training to? That means you just take the training, sit on the training, and then you start feeling like the training is useless to you.
Yes.
So if you have a small scale business, or if you have something that you're growing that you can apply the business to, please come.
Or you intend to.
Or you intend to. That means you're working towards something.
It, yes.
But most importantly is that this training is for serious-minded people.
Exactly.
For people that actually want to apply it to something.
All right. Training is hopefully going to be digitally oriented or analog as usual. Let's look at the mode of training. How is it going to be conducted? Digitally? By
digitally, you mean?
Well, exactly, I'm trying to.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that there are people who may not be able to be there physically, but who also want to be part of it.
No, it's a physical training. It's 100% training. You have to be there.
You have to be there.
Okay, you have to be on.
You have to be in the center.
And that is why it's coming down to your community.
Exactly.
Jobaman wants it that participants are even able, if possible, to just walk to their training center, if possible. Yeah.
It's all right. Now let's also, how are the people going to have handouts to aid their training, or is just going to be a talk presentation?
They have worksheets.
They have worksheets.
They have worksheets where
they take their notes as well.
Yeah, they have worksheets and they have notes where they write, and then after each training, after each session, they run tests on the spot. Yeah. So like the trainings we had, that was what happened.
Stretching for how many hours?
Between just normal workshop time, between 8 and 4 p.m.
8 to 4
Okay, different sessions, yeah.
Okay.
It's all right.
With rooms for break.
Of course, tea break, lunch break, yeah. Just like in normal workshop session, yeah.
It's all right. Now, Jobaman is going to be in town, and you know, His Excellency is always keen about these kind of things. How is the reception for Jobaman going to be like?
What do you mean, from who? From the Benue State government?
Yeah, the Benue State government.
The Benue State government is in partnership with Jobaman already. It's signed, binding partnership. So we're already partners. So how much more exciting or how much more reception can we give to them? So we're waiting for them to come. When they come, they will see the reception that we have for them.
That's right. Well, Steve, Daybreak Benue Television is here having this talk with, you know, the She's More project, you know, activators, and they are passionately talking to us about what can be done to be able to train people who are business oriented. This training is one that is going to lead to self-employment, and that's what we're looking at. Let's go on a break very quickly. When we come back, we'll be taking on the final segment.
In this monthly Joint Account Allocation Committee JAC sitting, critical matters of the state are decided on. The meeting, which is presided over by the Special Advisor to the Governor on the Bureau for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Dr. Dennis Okura, has in attendance chairmen of the local councils in the state and other critical stakeholders. The meeting announces the approval of a Memorandum of Understanding MOU between the local government areas and the state government for the construction of rural roads across the local councils. According to the Information Officer of the Bureau, Ahanba Yati, who speaks on behalf of the Special Advisor after the JAC sitting, the roads are expected to serve as link roads between the council areas to ease transportation for farmers.
There must be a counterpart funding for the construction of rural roads in the 23 local government areas of Benue State. Counterpart funding for the construction of rural roads in the 23 local government areas of Benue State. And those roads is to serve as a link. Each local government, the road in that local government should link another local government, so that there must be access roads for farmers to move their yields to the nearest market so that they can get a lot from it. The state government will bring 60% and the local government will bring 40%.
The advisor also reiterates the state governor's call for local councils to show more commitment in agricultural investment in their domains.
The special advisor reiterated the earlier directives by His Excellency that every local government should have a nursery farm, and directed them to look for a land suitable for the plantation or palm trees, so that it will yield revenue generation in such local governments.
The advisor also charges council chairmen to be more committed in the discharge of their duties at the grassroots. Lucy Ataga, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Students from different schools in Makurdi, the Benue State capital, have gathered here at the invitation of Julie Brahma Women and Children Initiative, JUACHI. This non-governmental organization aims to instill the values of peace and harmony in young minds, adhering to the adage, catch them young. The program coordinator, Angela Daudu, and the head of publicity, Emmanuel Kuku, emphasized the event's objective to educate the youth on the behaviors necessary for maintaining a peaceful society. They urge parents to ensure the proper upbringing of their children.
The whole thing is, don't be a bully to a junior one just because you had opportunity to be ahead of them. Just like the Bible said, you should love your neighbor as yourself, because if you love your neighbor like you do to yourself, you wouldn't steal from the neighbor you have. You wouldn't do that which you wouldn't want it to be done to you. That is one. So secondly, I will advise that it's better we are relational, we are peaceful, we are living peaceful with our neighbors than taking on the path of violence.
If we thought it wise that we have to start from small. You start from these children. You need to put in them, you need to instill in them that peace. They should know that it's quite cool to have a very peaceful community and an environment at large. We need to take parenting very, very serious. We don't have to leave it all for the teachers alone, because you are paying teachers. That's not a guarantee for you to have that laxity with your children. You need to check on them every time. You need to know what they are doing. You need to know what they are up to at any given moment.
Students from various schools advise their peers to avoid bad company, drug abuse, and bullying, advocating for good behavior among students in the state.
I learned that it's not good to bully students. Like, if you are given positions, you shouldn't use that opportunity and then bully students.
When you are in school and they are trying to bully you or anything, don't follow them. Behave very nice, being nice to students.
I learned that it's not good as a senior to be bullying students like their junior ones, regardless of their position in the school. Like, it's not necessary that they must bully them to do what they want to do.
Bullying in school is not good, and seniors shouldn't bully students, because when we come to school, we are also brothers and sisters. We are learning together.
The highlight of the occasion was the presentation of a drama titled Bullying of Students, Peace Builds Unity.
Making noise in this party, Gerard Vicky for everybody. Give me this stage. Start coming. Come on, don't always back down. Please play with you. Senior, please. Senior. I don't want to hear you go play. I don't want to hear you go play.
I don't receive this class.
11 students participated in the beauty contest, with a winner expected to be crowned by the officials. The event will continue on the 12th of July 2024. Matthew Ikulono, Benue Television.
Welcome back to the program. This is Daybreak Benue on Benue Television, and in the last couple of an hour and a couple of minutes, we've been able to do justice to the project She's More, as the people who are responsible of giving you what you need to know about this project are right here in the studios talking to us variously of what needs to be done. And now we are towards the end of the program. We need to look at a recap of what the people also want to hear. Princess Shulua, can you quickly tell us what is your expectation from this program at the end of the day?
My expectation is that women between the ages of 18 to 35 will come out en masse and and benefit from and join this trainings.
Yes.
Benefit from these trainings, assimilate everything that they can assimilate from these trainings so that they can apply them to their businesses. Like I always say, no knowledge is lost. Even if you don't need it now, you may need it tomorrow. So no knowledge is lost. Take advantage of it. Training is free. It is free. You have tea breaks, you have lunch breaks, it is free. So come out. It takes nothing from anyone. Come out en masse. Come out. Come and learn and apply the knowledge. And once you've learned whatever it is that you learn, go back home and teach someone else. Don't keep it to yourself. There's joy in sharing knowledge. So learn and then circulate the knowledge, and then it always trickles down. There's a ripple effect of being able to share that which you've learned. So my hope, I guess, is that people come out en masse and be part of this training.
Architect Govan.
Okay, like I always tell my trainees, well, there's that thing that people always say, government didn't do this for me, government didn't do that, government this, government that. I said, you can do something. And here's a perfect opportunity to do something. If you're a female, attend the training. If you're a male, mobilize people to attend, women to attend the training. Be a community change agent. Change begins with you, and here's an opportunity to display that capacity. So I think that the ripple effect of this project that is going to put everybody together. People are busy, youths are out there mobilizing, men are mobilizing women to the field, women are trooping out in their numbers. Everybody is a stakeholder. Everybody, I am employing everybody and encouraging them to rise up and count for something this time. Be responsible, be accountable in your community, and be a community change agent. Be part of the She Small project by Jabaman and Benue State government.
It's alright. As you are part of the She Small project, expect a He Small project anytime soon.
Very well.
As well as the They Are More
Gigi has promised us that.
Yes, Princess Shilua and of course Architect Nguvan are two young ladies who are passionate about both gender, and they will never leave the other one out. That's coming from.
We also advising viewers, if you look on our screen, we have information concerning the training, so you can look that or call and then get clarification for whatever you need.
That's all right. So you can also contact the office at Ben City to be able to get clarification and more. I'd like to appreciate you very warmly, ladies, for being a part of this program here this morning. I must appreciate you very, very warmly. I was talking about Benita, Shulua, for being here once again to shed light on what is going to come from your office in partnership with Jabaman International, and of course the Benue State government. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Architect Nguvan Kenge, most of the times we keep wondering if you became an architect to redesign the minds of the people. Your architecture, yes, is more mindset than the other. I appreciate you for being here this morning.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so this is where we have to say goodbye on the program. Very many thanks to all of you for taking our time to watch us from the beginning to the end. Remember that Benue Television News is coming up at 9, so please stay with us. My name is Japhet Wahom.
Thank you for staying on the show with us. I hope you have a pleasant day and do enjoy the rest of our programs. My name is Maureen Yo. Bye for now.